Disney News Review time. Taking a look at some of the stories worth touching on from the last week. And our first story takes us on out to Walt Disney World and Disney's Hollywood Studios, where, having opened this past week, Roundup Rodeo BBQ at Disney's Hollywood Studios is the world's first Toy Story-themed table service restaurant. While it's not character dining, it is family style, similar to, say, Liberty Tree Tavern in Magic Kingdom. As of opening day, lunch and dinner cost a $45 per adult fee and $25 for children ages 3 to 9 before tax and tip. Children aged 10 and up are considered adults for park tickets, that's worth pointing out, and meal pricing across the resort follows that. The restaurant does not serve breakfast at this time, but Toy Story fans can grab a quick service breakfast at nearby Woody's Lunchbox. And Katrina, there are a lot of places to eat at Walt Disney World. What do you think makes this restaurant special?
All right. Well, it's new for one.
Number one.
Reservations are probably hard to get, so it makes it super desirable.
Very few people have seen it.
You know what I mean? So once you get that coveted reservation, you just go with it.
Go.
And then also, it's barbecue. People love barbecue. And there's not really that many options available. I mean, there's the Regal Eagle over in Epcot. And that's like the fast food type of barbecue version. It's not kind of like all you can eat. Well, it's not really all you can eat, but it's like a hefty version. And then there's barbecue over at Fort Wilderness. But not a lot of people like to go, not waste their time, but like kind of use their time to go to another resort, especially if they're paying so much money to stay in the parks. They don't really want to do it unless they're doing like a hoop-de-doo review. But then, it's fun because it's Toy Story and it's fun for the whole family. So it's not just going to Regal Eagle and having like basic barbecue and there's not really like characters going on. And it's kind of fun for like, I wouldn't say it's called character dining, but there's fun things that happen. Everybody kind of
character elements.
Like stands still when Andy's around, and then they kind of joke around about it. There's always something to look at for kids, so it's fun for the whole family too. Mm-hmm. And then especially in Hollywood Studios, there's not really like that many. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to eat, but I think that is a pretty good price for how much food you get. So you could pretty much eat it for lunch and then stay full all day.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of food options too, like for plant-based and for, meat products.
Absolutely. And the whole concept of being able to go into sort of a makeshift, almost like game hall, of toys, where you're there with the toys because you are a toy. There having your lunch is a lot of fun. And Garrett, when it comes to this menu, what would you most look forward to? We've seen the photo here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of food on this table.
There is a lot of food on there, and I like how there's so much bright color in there. Like you got some peppers, you got some watermelon. The drinks look amazing, but I got to say that brisket looks pretty, juicy and delicious. So I would go for that. I do also like the biscuits on there because who doesn't love biscuits to start off your day? And it comes with a special jelly that comes with it. However, I prefer Texas toast. Like when I'm thinking of my favorite barbecue at Disney World and its limited options, Regal Eagle, you get the special sandwich where it's like Texas toast, brisket, Texas toast, and it's like fantastic. But the brisket looks very good. The chicken, it's marinated and cooked for a very long time. So all the food looks very scrumptious. So I definitely want to get out there and try it. And if they got mac and cheese. If you got mac and cheese, it is true barbecue. Because when I was in the college program, I remember I would do a few shifts, down at for Wilderness Lodge, and there happened to be a backyard barbecue, and I might have gotten a few bites now and then, and stolen a few Mickey bars, like 18. But barbecue is always good. It always if you've got barbecue sauce all around your face, and you've got, stains on your shirt, you've had a good time. And this looks like a very, hefty amount of food. So you're going to be eating good, just like Katrina said. And I will say that for $45, that price may be high, but seeing as how you're getting just a plethora of food, I think it's worthwhile, but I won't know until I try. So I'll have to make my way, in there and freeze when Andy's coming, because you don't want to be seen by Andy when you're moving because you're a toy.
That's right.
But a barbecue, it adds a nice little change of things. It's not the traditional stuff, and barbecue is good, especially if you're from the South or Southwest, barbecue it's in the blood. I'm not from there, but I imagine it's in the blood.
It's in
At
the
least
blood.
they have smokehouse, like they actually have smokers in
Yeah.
there, and so that actually surprises me because honestly, I thought it was from a bag.
And this is basically taking the whole concept of the barbecue that was at Big Thunder Trail at Disneyland and putting it into a Toy Story atmosphere.
Yeah.
Even though the barbecue at Big Thunder Ranch, as they used to call it, was very much Toy Story themed, if we recall correctly, right? A lot of cowboys. They had
that's
Jesse
true.
there. Woody would show up. I mean, it was very much an atmosphere where they infused the Toy Story elements, and I used to think, gosh, this is so much fun. This is such a great, sort of family-style feast that they have here, and they've essentially transplanted that on out to Toy Story Land at Hollywood
And it was
Studios.
all you can eat over there too. I don't know if they're like, and you can like pick and choose because I remember like Tyler and I would go and like, and we would ask like, oh no, we just want like this and this, and then they would substitute everything else and just like give us like I think the ribs and like the I think that was
Buckets
it.
of beans, please.
Yeah, and it was, and so I'm wondering if they would do that here over at the Toy Story. Like, if they would, it'd be like, I don't want like sausage or whatever. I really want to try the tater tots with cheese. I saw Sabina post it, and my mouth started watering because I was like, tater tots and me are like best friends. I love tater tots.
Wow.
It's
Now
like
we know.
It's my weak point.
My goodness. Well,
Tater
we're
tots
thrilled.
for Katrina.
That's right. We're thrilled to have another table service option as part of Hollywood Studios. Any more additional space that comes online that can just gobble up people. That's what I look
true.
forward to.
Yeah.
Because whether it's a ride or not, it's more capacity in a sense to pull people away from other things. So I'm thrilled that we finally get our Toy Story Roundup Rodeo BBQ happening there in Hollywood Studios. We move from Hollywood Studios across Crescent Lake on over to Epcot, where they too have some dining news worth sharing, and that comes in the form of princess dining. Akershus, everybody, Akershus Royal Banquet Hall. Akershus Disney World is
Big
bringing
summer
it back. Big summer blowout at Akershus. Inside the Magic reports that Disney recently announced that Epcot's Akershus Royal Banquet Hall would resume serving breakfast and lunch starting May the 14th. The menu has not been updated yet, nor have prices, but Disney did release some photos of the breakfast offerings, which also appear to be a mix of American and Norwegian fare. The restaurant opened for dinner in November 2022, following the pandemic shutdown. This, of course, being present in the Norway Pavilion right outside of the Frozen attraction, and since it has returned, wildly popular as always anytime there's princess dining. Katrina, with all the character dining available in Walt Disney World, why should a family go out of their way for Akershus?
Akershus?
Is that the rule? Does it say you must say it with a high pitch at the end? Because I love it.
It's
I'm
a
all for it.
Norwegian twang, Garrett. I wouldn't expect you to understand. I'm cultured.
Fluent.
Thank you.
I am uncultured
Akershus?
swine. I'm sorry. I don't. Akershus? Yeah. See, I got to get the dialect down.
Yeah.
Now you got
A little bit, but you're almost there. So close.
I try my best.
I think when you go, like, I love princess dining. It's really hard to get. So I think having it back open again for dinner and for like lunch and breakfast along with dinner at Akershus, kind of just like more capabilities for families that really want to see the princesses to actually go in and see it. Because with Cinderella's Royal Table, those reservations are so hard to get, and you're lucky if you're even able to get just like a breakfast reservation. And even at Cinderella's Royal Table, they're ranging from like $65 to $79 for adults, $39 to $47 for kids for breakfast through dinner. And then with Akershus, it is like it's $41 for children and $63 for adults just for dinner. So there's like a huge price difference over there where you kind of get, Norwegian style food, but it's a lot less money than you have to pay for Cinderella's Royal Table.
Right.
So that'll help you with your pockets. Also, with the whole park reservation system, it is easier to get a reservation over at Epcot than it is for Magic Kingdom usually for your first park.
Great point.
So if someone only does like a one-day ticket type of thing to save a little cash, then definitely try to do the Epcot one, because I think it's a lot easier to try to get a reservation over there than it is to try to get a reservation for Magic Kingdom and then being stuck at Magic Kingdom like all day just for this dining reservation and then spending a lot more. Yeah, it's really cool to be in like a Cinderella's castle and stuff, but you get to be in a Norwegian castle.
And I do find also that there's a lot more character attention brought to you in an atmosphere that isn't so sort of hurried and chaotic like Cinderella's castle. The Akershus dining hall allows for a lot more intimate interaction that happens there, and makes a big difference when it comes to, I think, the value price point. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then you can just burn off your food and just wait in line at Frozen.
Right, Garrett?
Yeah. Yeah, that line for Frozen is sometimes atrocious, but I love Akershus because, one, when you walk in, you get to see Belle in her ball gown versus her village clothes that you would see over in France. And the beauty of Epcot is that you've got all these different, world cultures, and then you've got the princesses from those cultures. So you've got, Aurora from France, you've got Belle from France again, but then you also have the chance to meet Mulan and Jasmine and Snow, and even, Anna and Elsa. Like, sometimes they also have the Royal Summer Hoose. Yeah, you gotta have the Hoose in there. But Akershus is a great location. I remember in the pandemic where it was the come in here and rest, you can take off your mask and just sit back, relax. And I thought, this place is so charming because I'd never eaten there, but finally getting to go in there and just rest. The attention to detail is amazing. I think it just feels more warm and welcoming than Cinderella Castle. Like, don't get me wrong, you gotta pay to enjoy the castle life. But the Norwegians, I think, are a little bit more welcoming than the Cinderella Castle people. Yeah, the Norwegians are good people. I've got good intel that says that they're pretty nice. Ariel is, Norwegian, so I gotta
not the mermaid.
Gotta give my love.
The mermaid.
Gotta give my love. Yeah, not the. Oh yeah, Ariel shows up from time to time. Not my fiance. The the princess. They're both princesses, but yeah.
You got that.
Akershus is a very welcome dining edition, and I think it's great for families. Personally, there's plenty of room to get around. You're not cramped like in the castle.
Yeah, that castle can also be problematic when it comes to just going up and shutting down so many times throughout the day because of all the stage shows and things that happen in and around Fantasyland, the pyrotechnics that shoot up. So often they stop people from going through the castle in the middle of the day for various reasons that usually revolve around entertainment. So it's also sort of because Magic Kingdom is so heavily impacted, right? It's such a popular park. It is the most popular destination at Disney World. And so to go to the centerpiece of it all to try and dine can sometimes be added stress on top of an already sort of chaotic day. Whereas this restaurant, sort of off the beaten path, yes, it's near Frozen, but Epcot handles crowds so much better.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
And then on top of it, too, like the parents can go get a drink afterwards. In
That's
Mexico.
right. Yeah.
It's a
Heck yeah,
win-win
drink
situation
around the
for
world
all.
while the kids. Yeah, drink around the world while the kids down with the princesses.
You don't want to leave your
deal.
children.
How responsible.
No.
Yes.
No.
Honey, you guys go eat lunch. We're just gonna go. Okay?
We're just going to go.
We're gonna go to China real fast. We'll be right back.
That's right. Yeah. Let's have Belle take care of you for the rest of the afternoon.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.